Hi, Bob Cox here, and welcome to my series of free videos for solo fingerstyle guitar. Tonight we're going to take a look at how I play Poinciana, which is one of my favorite songs to listen to and to play. The song was written in 1936, and of course it's been around a long time now, and has been covered by everybody. Glenn Miller, right on forward to vocal groups like the Four Freshmen, Frank Sinatra, various pianists. The song is about a tree with Cuban origin, and it was based on a Cuban folk song from, of course, according to what Wikipedia said, Song of the Tree. And there's a Poinciana in Florida, a town called Poinciana. And I guess the trees grow there as well. Anyways, we're going to play this in the key of D. I don't know what the original key was, but I think it might have been D. And I'm going to just play through it a little bit, and then we'll talk about it. And I'm going to do about 3 variations of the song. You can jump on YouTube, and you can find all kinds of versions of the song that are just great. And like I said, it's just a lot of fun to play with, and there's a lot of room for your own interpretation. But I'll show you what I do. So I'm just going to play it a little bit, and then we'll break it down. So here's the intro. And then again. Then the melody is the bridge is on your back. A third variation is this. Then I'd usually go to a bridge here. And I'd maybe try to vary the rhythm up a little bit. A little variation here. And we'll cover that as well. And then you could go back to the intro, use it as an outro. Or Okay. A little rough, but you get the idea. Again, we're in the key of D. And so let's just take a look at it. First, the intro. I took this chord from a jazz pianist named Michael Camillo, who is a great pianist, very talented. And this is just like an A sus chord. It's got a sus4 here. So I'm playing the first string, 5, second and third strings at 7, and the fourth string 5, and with an open fifth string. Okay? And then when he played it, he takes that chord up 1/2 step, sans the fifth string. I throw in the top string 6, the E, because that's the fifth of the A chord. Then I just move these 4 strings up, and I add this B on top with my second finger. So I have this voicing now. Back to the A. I don't play the 6th string when I move up to the 6th position. We're studying in the 5th position. I just play the 5th string with it. Then I'll play the top string when I come back to 5. And I come down to this G triad. Well, this is really like, if you compare this to A, this B is a 9th, D is the 11, and G is flat 7. So it's an A11 chord. Then I move back a half step, and I keep these 2 fingers. I just move those back 1/2 step and play the first string open. Okay, and that's an A7 with a flat 9. So an A11 to an A7 flat 9. So they all sound good with the open 5th string. See what I mean? Then I'm playing either a D chord here in the 2nd position, meaning that's where my index finger is, that's 2nd position. 5th string 5, 4th string 4, 3rd string 2, 2nd string 3. Now also, if I open the 2nd string, okay, I get that B note and the E, which is a 9, so this would be a D major 9 or D major 6 9, like this chord. So, okay, so again, the intro real quickly. And when I play that D, even if I open the first 2 strings, I can lift my pinky to get the 5th of the chord, the A note, or I can bring it over to the top string, 5th fret. And I do it both ways when I'm playing. All right, so there's your intro. Now the melody goes like that. So the melody we'll start with a little A triad on the 5th fret, bring it down to the 2nd fret, then play this D major 9 again, and then we'll play a D minor 9 here in the 3rd position. So we'll have then I'll play a passing tone on the A flat to a G minor 7. And I'm playing the 6th string and then skipping over and plucking strings 2, 3, and 4. And then an F note to an E. then this little run, and then back to the D major 9. So here's that part. Sorry. Does that again. So, can I play it? Sure. Here it goes. Second time. Now I go to the bridge. Now the bridge, I pretty much just stay in G minor. But I'm going to be thinking G minor and B flat. And I'm going to play the bridge actually in Carter style. Mother Maybelle Carter style, where we're going to play the melody in the bass. And then we're going to strike this G minor chord here as the accompaniment. So the bass is on the bottom, the accompanent's on the top. It's going to sound like this. Now that's not hard at all. You're never doing two things at the same time. You're either playing a bass note or a chord. So I'm going, then when I get here to the 3rd fret, I play the G minor chord, or it's really a B flat triad. They're first cousins. Then I'm at the 5th fret. Then when I come to this E note, I take these two fingers, the 3rd and 4th finger, and fret the 2nd and 3rd strings at the 3rd fret. And that leaves me my 1st and 2nd finger to play. And you can do this rhythmic part however you want with the other fingers. Could be as simple as that, or you can fancy that rhythm up as much as you want. But the melody is, and when I get to that E note, I'll kind of walk down. And then second half. I'm using a G major 7 over an A. All right, so let's go back to the bridge here and play that slowly. Then this is G minor. Then use these two fingers. Second half of the bridge is so this G major 7, this would be the 7 of an A, the flat 7. B would be the 9, D would be the 11, and F sharp would be the 13. So I guess it's kind of functioning as a glorified A13. And then I just lower this second string down 1 fret. So that means I have to cover 2 strings now with my first finger. So there's an A13, what is that? It's a C sharp, just going back to a 3rd. There's the A13. So you're just doing that resolution. It doesn't matter what you call these chords, really. I wouldn't get too hung up on the theory. Pay more attention to how they sound and how they're functioning. This is all functioning as A7. just like this was. Or they're all functioning as the 5 chord. We're in the key of D. So one last time, bridge. Then you can come up here to the A triad again, or sometimes I'll bring this whole chord up. And then come back down to the F sharp triad. Or single note. I mean, there's just so many ways you can mix this up. And they're all gonna work, and you want to put your own personality into these arrangements anyway. I don't always play them the same way twice. I try to, but a lot of times I don't. So as long as you're having fun and it's sounding good, that's all that matters. So let me just play those 2 parts now without much talk, and the intro too, and then we'll go to this 3rd part. Here we go right from the top intro. Bridge. Now here, maybe do a variation like and so, something like that. So I started the melody again. I just came up to a little D minor up here. Then I play the G minor here, 7. To an A diminished. So it was, and then a G minor here. Then bring this up to 5. And this is an A7 sharp 5, sharp 9, I guess. And then you can play a D major 7. Okay. Or you can play a D6 9. So let's do that variation again. You could do a little run like that or something. And then you'd either go back to the bridge or you could play another verse. But now here's a 3rd part that a lot of times I play. And I don't remember if I got this from Ahmad Jamal years ago. I first heard the Ahmad Jamal version I think I mentioned it at the beginning, maybe I didn't, but he recorded this in 1958. He's a pianist. Recorded it live at the Pershing Hotel in 1958. And that was my first hearing of this song, was when I had that. My folks had that record when I was little, and I used to listen to it. But anyways, there's a third version, or a third variation sometimes that you hear, that I just play very simply with a D major 7 to an E minor 7. And that was an A sus. It was this chord again. This time I barred it. And then I resolved it to an A7. Then back down to here again, which was this 9, 11, 13 deal. Then the A7 flat 9. So and sometimes I do that. I'll hammer on the second string from 5 to 7. Then I'd probably do the bridge. Now, maybe the second time I do the bridge, I'd try to get a little different rhythmic variation. I didn't change anything. I just still used the G minor backup. I still played it Carter style, played the melody and the bass. All I did was change the rhythms around, and you can just kind of play around with it your own way and see what rhythmic variations you come up with. But that'll keep it interesting, hopefully, to the listener, that you didn't play it the same way every time you came through it. That can get boring pretty fast. So those are the three parts right there, and then I would just end with the intro. And I'd probably do it twice. You could hammer like I did earlier. Anyways, that's my variations of Poinciana. I hope you have fun playing it. It's just a lot of fun to play. It's got a really great melody, and a lot of people will recognize the song. So if you have any questions, always feel free to respond. Give me an email. You can do it at ballparktab@gmail.com or Bob Cox at bobcoxandfriends.com. I think those are the two email addresses you can use. And I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. If you have any requests for tunes, let me know. And remember, there are other tunes when you view these links that I send you. There are other tunes you can look at. And I'm going to be adding more tunes in addition to these ones that I'm doing every month. I'm going to start archiving or putting some up, and there'll be more to look at. You won't have to wait a whole month. So anyways, thanks for watching, and have fun with this tune. Bye for now.